We're going to explain how to build your Flutter iOS app without accidentally tree shaking your app icons, a common problem that leads to missing icons in your final build. This happens because Flutter's build process aggressively removes unused assets, and if your icons aren't referenced correctly in your code, they can be optimized away. Let's dive into the solution. 1. Understanding the problem. Tree shaking is a great optimization technique, removing unused code and assets to reduce the app's size. However, if your app icons aren't directly used in your code, e.g., they're only used in your info.plist file or asset catalogs, Flutter might remove them during the build process. 2. Explicitly referencing your icons. The most reliable solution is to explicitly use your icons somewhere in your Dart code, even if it's just a temporary placeholder. Create a simple widget, maybe even an invisible one, that uses each icon. For example, you could create a file icon references Dart containing code like this: image, asset, assets, images, myicon.png, width 0, height 0. Repeat this for every icon you need to keep. Make sure to replace assets, images, myicon.png with the actual path to your icon. 3. Ensure correct asset declaration. Double-check that your icons are correctly declared in your pubspec YAML file within the Flutter section under Assets. The path should precisely match the paths in your code. Incorrect paths will lead to the assets being ignored. Ensure that this declaration is accurate, including capitalization and any folder structure. 4. Clean and rebuild. After making these changes, thoroughly clean your build directory. On your terminal, navigate to your Flutter project directory and run Flutter clean. Then rebuild your app for iOS using Flutter Build iOS. This ensures that the changes you've made are reflected in the final build. 5. Alternative. Using asset catalogs. An alternative approach is to use Xcode's asset catalogs. Though this doesn't directly prevent tree shaking, it improves the management of assets, making it less likely that an icon will be unintentionally excluded. Import your icons into an asset catalog in Xcode, and then refer to them in your info.plist using the asset catalog's name. 6. Testing your build. After building, carefully examine the resulting IPA file or the app running on a simulator or device to ensure that all your icons are present and displayed correctly. If any issues persist, revisit steps 2 to 4 to identify any errors in asset paths or referencing. Remember, the key is ensuring that your Flutter build process sees a direct reference to every icon you want to include, preventing the optimizer from discarding them. By combining explicit referencing and proper asset management, you can reliably build your iOS app with all your icons intact.